Okay, so we're back here in the colony today. We're installing a new 30-year Camelot shingle, but I just wanted to go over a few things with everybody about the way a roof should be properly installed. We do a lot of insurance work. That's kind of our bread and butter. And we see with a lot of insurance carriers, when they're paying for a new roof, all they really want to pay for is your shingles and your felt and your labor. That's pretty much it. But there's a lot more to a roof than that, and whether you're doing insurance work or whether you're getting your roof replaced just straight out of pocket, there's some things you want to make sure that the roofer is going to do for you. First things first, you want to follow me up the ladder. On any roof, you have your felt that's going to go underneath your shingles. You're going to have a metal drip edge that comes up underneath there. And then you're also going to have underneath this first row of shingles what's called a starter course. Now on these type of shingles right here, which are 20 to 25 year 3-tab shingles, a lot of companies don't do the starter course. And when they don't, what they use instead is that same shingle and they flip it in reverse and turn it around, and that just keeps you a nice straight edge along the start. But the problem with that is you immediately lose some wind resistance when you do that. The starter courses are actually made with a strip that's about a ½ inch wide of tar that goes about ½ an inch from the start of that course, and that seals down your first row of shingles. If you just use a 3-tab shingle, you don't have that, so you lose a lot of wind resistance there. Over here on this side, something else that's extremely important, when you're doing a new roof, you always want to make sure that everything's nice and water resistant. Now, an important part of doing this when you have a spot where your roof transitions into a wall or over a ridge or anything like that is you want to make sure that you have what's called metal flashings. Those metal flashings are used over here against this wall, as you can see, to keep the water from going down underneath the shingle into the wood that intersects with the brick here. Now, you'll have on a brick house typically 2 pieces of flashing. This top piece that overhangs is called your counter flashing. It counters over the top of the flashing underneath it. This doesn't necessarily have to be replaced. It's mortared into your brick and it covers over. There's no holes in it, so it should be fine. However, this flashing here underneath this that you can see is called step flashing. It comes in about 1-foot sections, and we want to course it one over the top of each other so water flows down off the roof, can't go underneath it. When you do this stuff though, you have nails that go through on the inside of it. If you try to reuse that flashing there, a lot of times you'll end up having holes that are left open and you have a place where water can get through. So you always want to make sure whoever's doing your roof is going to replace those flashings. And if you're doing insurance work, you want to make sure they're paying for those.